Hey, what's going on, y'all? Can anybody let me know y'all can hear me? Anybody let me know y'all can hear me? Shit. What's going on? Good evening, good evening, good evening. Okay, what's up, Nikki C? Long time. What's going on? What's going on, Joanne? How you been? It's been a while. Cold Pips. Hey, babe, what's going on? Joe, what's going on? Night Owl, what's going on? Appreciate y'all. Appreciate you. Okay. So y'all saying y'all can hear me? All right, cool. Cool. All right. So, hey, you say it's low? It shouldn't be. It shouldn't be. Let me check the volume settings. Let me check my volume. No, I got it up. Loud enough, you should be able to hear me. Let me turn it up a little bit more. All right, so how was that? How was that? All right, so I just bumped it up a little bit more. So hopefully, what you said is good. Okay, so hopefully that's good. All right, cool. All right, y'all. Let's get into it. Try not to make this long at all, but it's crazy. This is crazy. I don't know if y'all seen my last video, but the last video I did, the girl been dating this dude for 3 months and done killed this child by bruising it and God knows everything else in between that he did to the baby. But the crazy thing about that was how the story put it. The mom claimed she was unaware about the bruising of her own child. And the story says she never went to go check on her own child. Instead, she sits with her boyfriend and smoke some weed. Okay? Smoking weed. Now, the weed part I had no problem with, but here's the thing though, and ladies, maybe y'all can tell me I'm wrong. But 3 months, and the story kept saying that he was alone with the child. So, how the story was putting it, I was getting confused what they mean about him being alone with the child. I was trying to see, did he leave? Did she leave him with her baby by himself? Or was it times when they was at home, he was with the child by himself? Or how did she not know about her child had bruises and been beaten? Okay? Or unless she did know and she was just trying to play the fool. Okay? But you don't go back and check on your child after this man or woman supposed to be along with your baby? Are you fucking kidding me? All right? So I don't get it. I'm wrong. I said 3 months is too early. I don't know if that's too early to introduce your child, but I know it's too early for you to be leaving your child alone with somebody who you dating. All right, 3 months, they're just too soon, man. But I don't know. Everybody don't think like me, though. I don't know. I just couldn't imagine myself leaving my child with somebody and I don't know her for 3 months. I don't give a damn if she throwing a pool party barbecue or picnic or something, man. I mean, I don't know that much about you in 3 months that I'm gonna leave my child alone with you. And not to really say you're gonna do anything, man. It's just a precaution. I'm just not finna do it. 3 months. But I don't know. I don't know. I could be wrong. I could be wrong on that. Well, let's bring it to the present, what we're going to talk about today. And I told y'all, ladies, y'all going to listen to me one day. Men, y'all going to listen to me one day. I don't know what's going on with my channel, but for some reason, a lot of y'all not getting my notifications. Even when I share my shit out, I do all this by myself, man. Nothing seems to be working. I don't know what it is, but I try not to come out. I try not to come on here and complain. I try to go with the flow. And then I was just talking to somebody the other day. I said, maybe it's me. I don't know. Maybe it's me. I don't know. But we get to this right here. And I said to y'all time and time again, you have a lot of women that put men before they child. And I do not understand that. I understand a lot of people want companionship. A lot of us like companionship, okay? But is it worth the price of your child's life? Okay? Is it worth the price of your child's life? I don't think so. But maybe somebody got the mindset to say that, hey, I want this man or this woman in my life. You know what I'm saying? My child gonna be here. He or she can wait. That's bullshit. No, they always come first. They always come first. All right. We're gonna talk about Latonya Harris, who is 41 years old, and we're gonna be talking about Terrence Washington, which was her boyfriend. And the reason I titled my show the way that I did, because it's just too much graphical stuff I can't even put in the title, because I know if I put what I want to put in the title, I would get flagged if I put all this stuff up in here, okay? But, man, you know what? I'm going to stop talking, and let's get right into it. I'll come back, and let's talk about it. But here goes the story right here, okay? And if you haven't, please hit that thumbs up, and, hey, listen, warning, though. Graphic.
Switching gears now, a 15-year-old Terrebonne Parish girl is recovering at a Texas hospital as her mother sits in jail. We warn you, the details in this case are disturbing. The Terrebonne Parish Sheriff's Office says the teen was shot twice, raped, and burned. The girl's mother and her boyfriend are...
Y'all heard that? Shot twice. I can't say the R word, so I say graped. Shot twice. Graped and burned.
Shot twice, raped, and burned. The girl's mother and her boyfriend are suspects in the case. Lily Cummings has details about the mother's previous convictions.
She's an
previous convictions.
Incredible young lady to be able to encounter.
I told y'all, us men, I don't have no shame in saying this. Us men, we would lay down with anything and we would fuck anything, just to have somewhere to stay and just to get our dick wet, okay? But she got previous histories, all right? Let's continue.
What she went through and be able to tell our detectives what happened.
With emotion in his voice, Terrebonne Parish Sheriff Tim Soignet provided details about a gruesome case that crosses state lines. Last month, his department was notified of a child abuse case that may have gone undiscovered if not for a car wreck. The accident happened on I-10 eastbound in Baytown, Texas, about 300 miles away from Thibodaux. Baytown police say 41-year-old Terrence Washington was driving recklessly and was armed. 40-year-old Latonya Harris was in the passenger seat. Her two daughters, ages 10 and 15, were also in the car. The police say that the 15-year-old was suffering from gunshot wounds and severe burns to more than 30% of her body.
Detectives learned that mid-February 2024, the juvenile female was burned after Latonya Harris had learned of a sexual assault committed on the juvenile by her.
Listen to this nasty-ass woman, okay? Listen to what he just said. She was burnt after learning what the boyfriend did to the child. So meaning, if you got common sense, you know what she tried to do. She tried to cover up the tracks for her boyfriend to the point that she would hurt her child, trying to cover her tracks for this good-for-nothing ass Negro. Again, putting a man before a child to the point you was willing to burn her to try to hide the evidence, but keeping your boot thing to get locked up.
Fiance, Terrence Washington. Harris burned the juvenile with flammable liquid in a lighter at the Thibodaux residence.
When detectives searched the family's home behind me here, they say they not only found evidence that a gun was shot inside the home, but they also documented a strong odor of infection and decomposing flesh. The sheriff says the girls were homeschooled, which may have been why the abuse went unreported for so long. The sheriff says Harris and Washington denied her medical care, and now they face a laundry list of charges. WWL Louisiana obtained court records that show Harris pled guilty to child desertion in 2017. At the time, the court ordered her to, among other things, complete a parenting class.
It will shock.
Child deserting. She abandoned her children pretty much, her child pretty much, and somehow she was able to get her child back. We talked about this a lot. This CPS, DCFS, whatever the fuck you want to call them, it's a flawed system. A flawed system. And here we are, 2024, and look what happens now. Look what happens now. 7 years later, look what happens now.
Joe Waite says in his nearly 28 years as district attorney, he's never seen anything this horrific.
Will we ever get justice for this person? I don't think that we can. The parts of her body that she's lost, the horrific mental and physical scars that she'll endure for the rest of her life.
Washington is in Texas being held without bond for crimes there. Harris is in Terrebonne Parish Jail being held on a $1 million bond. In Terrebonne Parish, Lily Cummings, WWL Louisiana.
You know, it was one point in time, I don't know how parents feel about this now, but it was at one point in time, at least when we were growing up, that when you met somebody and you brought them home to mom, it wasn't a thing that you necessarily had to get their approval. But the thing is, if y'all know what I'm talking about, when the mom tells you she had a bad feeling about that person, was she or was she not right majority of the time? All right, hear me out. When you brought somebody home to your mom to meet your mom, because they say mama knows, she will let you know she has a bad vibe about that person. And of course, when we get older, we tend not to listen because we say this is our life, which that is true. Nobody can control your life unless you allow them to do it. But usually when mom says, I'm not feeling her, something ain't right about this, majority of the time, she was right. And we will find out later down the road, we hate to admit it, but mom was right. Okay? Mom was right. I don't know if any of you ladies do that now, or even the fathers, somebody brings somebody home, where the fellas had to meet the fathers would tell they babies, I'm not feeling that guy. Something about him just don't feel right to me. Okay? I cannot tell you not to date him. But me as your father, just take heed of what I'm saying. Something about him just ain't sitting right. And again, your daughter won't listen because she says that too. You know, well, I'm grown. I love him. I like him. This is who I want to be with. Blah, 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 blah. All right. You know what dad says? All right. You know, hey, I can't do nothing about that. But I just want to let you know, hey, I'll be here if you need me. Okay? And 9 times out of 10, majority of the time, the dad was right too about the guy. Well, of course, he'd be right because, you know, him being a man, he'd have been there and done there a lot of stuff that the youngest have done in a generation today. All right? He has been there and done that. So he know a thing or two about when he meet guys and the kind of aura they give off. You know, he just be like, hey, you know, I don't know about this though, but you know, I can't tell you who to